Ninjas of Pyjamas lost their first game against Sirius due to a last pick Bat Rider, so they're going to return the favor here in Game 3 to close out the series. A last pick Bat Rider for them, and it's a good one too because it's got the matchup against the OD. It's good against a lot of the other heroes on the side of Team Sirius as well. Blitz, how do you feel about it?
For battle.
I think it's okay.
Just okay. Not good, not great, okay.
Above average.
Above average. Acceptable for a last pick, but it doesn't ooh you and ah you. Is there a better hero? Is there something more you liked?
Probably not, actually.
What about the Lycan versus OD matchup? Because this, I remember we had conversations about this a long time ago.
Lycan's great against OD.
Yeah, and they picked OD into Lycan.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Probably because of the ABBA plus Bristle.
Yeah.
Probably thought that was too juicy. But the reason why we think that the Lycan's good against Bat Rider is Bat Rider hates fighting against like stuff on the ground. Like he hates summons. He hates,
OD hates
OD
stuff
just
on the
hates
ground. Yeah.
having to deal with a lot to get to you.
Yeah. So, you know, if there's a bunch of stuff running at him, he can go ahead and imprison the Lycan, but he's still going to be hit by the wolves, the Necronomicon minions running at him. And so we'll see how Team Sirius is able to do it. They have the Wraith King, which you said was the hero of the series last series, and maybe just becoming the hero of the tournament at this rate.
Wraith King's 4-0 today.
That's kind of insane.
So Siler's winning this game. Let me just throw that out there.
All right, well, you heard us at the end of Game 2. There's your proclamation from Blitz. You can go take a break, play some Dota yourself if you want to. You already know the winner of this series.
I mean, Naha's no stats. It's actually kind of sad, honestly, that you didn't put that one together.
Yeah, honestly.
I'll do that one for you. That's free info, guys. I got you.
See, you could be a stats professor. That's all he does, right?
Dude, it didn't lose a game. It's 4-0. It all makes sense.
Bristleback Rubik Lane against a Wraith King Ancient Apparition. I was a big fan of the Ancient Apparition when I saw it. Thought it's a good counter to the Abaddon Bristleback that was picked up, and then able to follow it up with the Wraith King. It makes a great duo.
Okay, in hindsight, I think this Bat Rider's great this game. Hard swerve.
What changed your mind?
I mean, I just looked at it more. I was obviously trying to buy time.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at the lineup, but like...
You know, sometimes, William, here's what I do when I lose my train of thought or something. Is that I listen to you, and I'll agree with you because I trust your judgment. So when I told you I thought it was a good Bat Rider game...
What? Sorry?
I hate you so much.
Excuse me?
The top lane is In July Sand King versus Tianming's Nature's Prophet. A harassment heavy lane against oh, hey, I missed the first blood.
It is only
good thing our observers catch that one. Bottom lane, Siler picks up the kill on Soxa. I was going to say a harassment heavy lane at top that is pretty heavily countered by the fact that Lycan has regen and an Abaddon behind him with Mistcoil.
Yeah, but it means that In July should have a free game.
Yeah,
that is also true. Never a good thing.
What, but don't you always have a free lane if you've got a 4-position Nature's Prophet with you?
Yeah, but it's really nice playing. I think Sand King has a lot of value in this game. Like, Rubik sort of counters you a little bit, and so does Bat, but like, you'd love to be gone on rather than the rest of your team in this situation.
Yeah.
Look at this. This is how you get gold. And he's going to ping the regen. 433. This is beyond excellent.
That is hype.
And no one's near him. Oh, he just got that bolt wave. He's level 4 already.
And he can go to lane with a full bottle.
And this is all because of PBD.
Interesting that he's going for the bottle, not like a fast Vanguard or something.
Yeah. PBD made this happen when he cut the wave.
Yeah.
Stacked and then immediately TP'd top. And mid lane, definitely going fought his way. Half a level up right now.
They both have incredibly low CS. That is the thing about mid Bat Rider, is that you just you don't get a ton of CS yourself, but your biggest lane presence is just shutting down the enemy mid laner.
Oh, look at PPD. He's trying to bait the right click so he can suicide.
Yeah, he's really trying to risk it here. He doesn't want to try and go miscoil, get low enough that one burst strike can catch him out. But as it is, fortunately, Peter was able to juke that out. Another kill at bottom lane as they managed to kill Firefly as they dive behind the tower, cutting creep wave once again.
I don't think this is worth it in July.
No, he's missing out on a lot of fun. He's just really all about it.
PPD's giving him the rope-a-dope right now.
And now PPD can just go 2 miscoils? Probably
yeah,
2 miscoils, yeah.
He's going to use the last one in Suicide. And Sylar is... He's dead. He's actually just dead.
Dude, I love Bristlebacks. I feel like this is the way to go to Bristleback right now. Get your early level of Viscous Nasal Coup.
Oh, of course.
So good.
I don't think your passive is actually that necessary.
No.
To max it?
No.
That early on? It doesn't make that big of a difference, especially when your HP pool is only 800.
Yeah.
Like, you might as well just go for... Thought of getting zoned out a little bit, but...
It's like the Tidehunters that go Gush. Like, Gush is such a good ability.
Super valid.
Just get that level of it. It's too good to go for 0, 2, 3.
Angela's trying to be similarly abusive, but...
It's not working out nearly as well. You really can't put pressure on the Lycan. They are going to be able to get the kill on Sox at bottom lane. And 33 is actually, well, he's built up a lot of stacks so far, but he is a little bit low. Another Wraith Fire Blast, another Cold Feet proc. It's going to be a lot of damage. Can he get the kill on Firefly first? It's going to be close, but he does get brought down just in time. Firefly survives. 5-minute bounty runes. Looking to be able to secure that. Won't be able to get the opposing ones because they're also low. Actually, maybe they can. Yeah, Tianming, he can challenge the Rubik. On the other side of things, in July, was able to nab at least one of them, so they get 3.
You know, the downside of this build, going for this like 2-1-1 instead of going for 2 in the Sandstorm early on, is like your Sandstorm isn't actually that scary.
No.
So the Lycan actually farms under it. But the problem is, when you have commit to both of them, neither of them become an issue for this melee hero to deal with.
Yes.
Plus, like we talked about, Lycan has very good regen to begin with, and he gets headdress first. So you might as well just commit it to, I think, going for the Sandstorm.
Yes. I hate it when people go like half Sandstorm, half Caustic Valley.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not good. They're going to be able to get the Cold Feet locked down onto 33, trying to keep his back as best as possible. But Sylar gets in front of him, brings him down with a big crit. That was a lot of damage, but fortunately had plenty of magic wand stacks to heal him up. So they trade out support for a core to the favor of Team Sirius once again.
Yeah, that's a early medallion pickup on this Nature's Prophet that made that possible.
All right, good choice. Well, at least the farm where In July was trying to run around, chase the Peter Pan Dam, at least.
This mid lane is actually going okay. It's pretty even, all things considered. I thought this was a very Batrider favored matchup.
Yeah, he was definitely owning in CS in the first few minutes, but now it's gotten a lot more evened up. Peter actually gets blocked in by the Sprout. Only had one tango to work with, and ASD says, that's good. I picked up an Arcane Rune. I could just drop the Ascendi's Eclipse.
Why not? Free 150? 4 creeps?
Yeah. Well, top CS on the board right now is 33. And he's second in net worth, but everyone else from NIP
Dire's middle tower
has done well enough. In fact, the Batrider is 700 net worth behind ASD now after that one kill. Again, that mid Batrider, I can't emphasize this enough. You don't get that much farm for yourself. The biggest play is just shutting down the enemy mid laner. You need to be able to make plays like this. Really beautiful flame break. Gets enough distance that ASD almost kills himself on the Firefly. Oh, the Fate Bolt wasn't enough either. I thought Soxa had it for sure.
I thought he did too.
That is unfortunate.
The downside, though, for Sirius is they can't punish that rotation. It's so hard to kill this Bristleback.
Yeah.
Like, they're not really getting trades for situations like this. But you can see how the Batrider versus OD matchup is supposed to potentially look.
Yeah.
Both heroes, though, very underfarmed.
Wraith King. Sylar's done with that bottom lane. He's going to head up to top where In July has already pushed the tower in with the TP coming out from the Furion. They're going to chain stun up the Lycan. He does have the shapeshift. He's going to pop it now. Try to eat through his trees. Well, he actually opens it up with the treants and couldn't get the body block fast enough to base. He'll farm up the neutrals with his shapeshift and pop the shrine. But as long as they can actually get this tower, which looks like they won't. 33 wants to be able to stand in front of these towers. He has Ace Rune, so he can look for a kill here. Look at Tianming, of course. He doesn't actually have teleport or a TP scroll. And 33 probably just assumes that he got away, but he did not. And now they spot him. Sux is like, oh, hey, there's Nature's Prophet still here. 33's like, great, I'll take that kill instead. Couldn't get the Wraith King anyway, but now he managed to get a Sprout. Does have a TP scroll. Telekinesis stops that, though. Cute plays all around.
And now both Vi positions just saying truce. We can both get something out of this. We're careful.
Oh, I don't think Firefly is going to let that happen.
Dire's
Not that he's really going to do much to this Abaddon, but he's going to right-click. Give him the old chilling touch.
Give him the fingers.
The chilly fingers. It's Grant, right?
Yeah.
The chilly fingers. Missed that, man. 33 going to be spotted by Tianming here. They do have the Sprout and tries to go for the Drain block again, but a little bit too late. Quick fingers allows him to get the Clone Blade. They're going to catch Firefly here. ASD is trying to get there in time for the imprisonment. Not going to get there in time, so instead he'll try and get Peter Pan Dam, who this time does survive through the Sanity's Eclipse.
He just has
just the very littlest sliver of HP.
Now Ace is down here.
He doesn't have Shapeshift though, but they do have Sticky Napalm. They don't have a stun. ASD barely gets away. He has a healing salve as he TP's mid lane for max farm efficiency.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
10-minute bounty runes in July. Really wanted to try and contest that, but
has fallen. Dire's middle
that nasal goo chases him away, and that means Nip will be able to get 3 this time around. Oh, Arcane Rune stolen away from Vada, who was probably really happy that he was going to get his bottle refilled 3 times. 2 bounty runes and an Arcane, but stolen by Jianming and his teleport in. They really need to get him to level 6, by the way. Wrath of Nature is just... yeah, it's actually just too much damage.
I mean, they'll have double global ultis right now.
Yeah, it'll be sick.
Good presence around the map. And they have good kill combos. They have ways to kill this Lycan.
Yeah.
Oftentimes you don't, but... they just need a few levels. I still think that Wraith King is a broke hero.
He's going to go for the phase hand minus. We'll see if it's going to be the armlet build. Do you like the armlet builds more in this game or the Radiance build?
I actually kind of prefer the Radiance build this game.
Me too, me too. It's just like his single target damage isn't very effective,
Yeah.
right?
Plus they have a way to shuck off the stun.
Yeah.
Whereas I think the constant burn pressure that you put on the enemy team will be quite nice.
Miss percentage chance will be able to help everybody out against like the Lycan army that's coming
Lycan's
forward.
not going to go for Bloodthorn or for MKB or anything like that. Like
Yeah.
he'll have his own way of dealing with it, which will be BKB later on. But just passively, I think it's a very good item. And he does have the Midas. So this is the time period where I feel like teams haven't been abusing the Wraith King.
Yeah.
Like they've just been allowing the Wraith King to Midas up, do his thing, farm up 3,800 gold, straight up go for a relic. It is hard to deny that, though, if I'm honest. It feels very scary trying to stop that, right? Because you essentially have to cut through 2 lives, and at this point in the game, you have to do it under a tower, which might just set up for a kill. Like in that way, it's a lose-lose situation trying to gank a Wraith King. But you sort of have to do it.
But I'll tell you, nothing feels better than the hand of Midas against a Helmet Dominator here, right?
Oh, feels so good.
So good.
That gold.
Ace lost his Hellbear. Another 10 seconds, he can pick up this Centaur instead. I thought it was nice that Sylar was willing to rotate into mid lane to defend that tower.
Yeah, I mean, he also saw the opportunity to get 200 gold for free.
That's true, that's true.
That wasn't like an entirely selfless move.
I'm sure Sylar's a lot happier with this game compared to the Death Prophet. Oh, it's 12 minutes in. Who's going to win, by the way? Blitz?
Huh?
Who's going to win?
Sirius have won the game.
Sirius have won the game.
Stuff to do.
For real, though, this game is pretty different, right?
Yeah, I think this game is very even.
It's a very even matchup. The drafts are, I would say, not terribly one-sided. Like both teams will be able to scale and hit different timings in the future. Still curious to see how this OD fares against the Lycan Batrider, but we may have just caught the Bristleback. There's going to be mass rotation. Sox is going to be the first one in with Fate Bolt as well as Peter. The Deophonic Shield. That nailed him. Sox actually does die to that one. And the barely clipped him in the side. And Peter, he's actually low enough that he doesn't actually have borrow time leveled up just yet. He's going to level it. Oh no, he didn't level it fast enough. Actually, he did level it, I think, but he got burst down by one hit.
Yeah,
so
now they're on the chase.
Now they're going to be able to catch the Batrider. They're going to prison him. Tianming going to throw out the Sprout. Just try and lock down this bat long enough to get that kill as well.
That was a disaster.
It really was.
That global presence just blew Soxa up.
Yeah. He got hit by Wrath of Nature, Ice Blast, just this 1-2 punch. It's hard to beat. Get the Helmet Dominator. Creep actually bumps it out of the Sprout, but should be able to kill it with the help of ASD.
He's trying to get to another creep so that he can dominate in time. But unfortunately will not be able to. They have a lot of ways to deal with this stuff, actually.
Yeah.
And in fact, they're going to turn for a second on the 33, but nothing actually doing there.
So we just saw Sirius make an aggressive move. And I liked it because it didn't fit into like any specific timing, you know? Like, some other teams probably would have waited for their Radiance. They would have said, oh, our OD needs to keep farming. But ASD's willing to get aggressive.
And they're abusing the fact that they have his ulti.
Shapeshift's going to go down. Soxic's going to try and get close enough to be able to get initiation. Back bottom, managed to get him with the lasso. Here comes the Ice Blast over the top, and it will finish off Peter Pan Dam. But the important kills have already gone the way of Ninjas the Pyjamas, who've gotten one core, a support, and now looking for Angel Eyes, the secondary core. They do have vision up. There's going to be the cold feet onto Ace. Has to run himself out of that one and leave his wolves to do his bidding. As 33 will help him clean up the rest of Team Sirius. They had just won a big fight in top lane, and now lose one, a 4-1 exchange to the favor of Ninjas in Pyjamas.
Lycan right now way too strong for them to deal with. Once he gets on top of that back line, it's impossible for them to get away.
Yeah.
I mean, their supports are good when you're playing aggressively, but as a defensive measure, they're kind of useless. If the Nature's Prophet and the AA just sort of get run at. Like, they're the type of supports that are similar to like how Disruptor wants to play, where Disruptor, when he plays defensively against these heroes that just straight up get at him, it's really hard to do anything about. Plus, they don't have any saves on their supports either, so it makes it so once the OD gets gone on whatsoever, he's just dead, and that A Ice Blast up at top should tip Fada off to the fact that they were thinking about going on him.
Siler seems to agree with us with 2,800 gold in the bank. Feels like he's probably going to go Radiance. Sox managed to steal Burst Strike last fight.
Yeah, part of the reason why he has to go, I think, this Midas is because you want to hit that level 20 against the Lycan as soon as possible.
Yeah. Peter trying to connect to his team out of position here. It looks like he's just going to hit. Nice game down. Nice. That was a nice deny. They will be able to get the Helmet Dominator creep instead.
I go to Siler again. He's getting far.
Can he catch up? He might be able to. He does. Great force staff into the imprisonment onto the Batrider now. Batrider's pretty fast, but he is going to be slowed down. They do have the lasso. Fada thought about trying to go for the OD, but instead trying to run himself away. Okay, Tianming tries to go for a very aggressive TPN.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, Fada wasn't that low.
No, he wasn't. He was also flying.
That part does help him, Austin, yes.
Well, Sirius, at least they don't lose anybody too important and can keep on farming. Siler has
enough. Coming in to help out
Peter, he still doesn't have his borrow time. That last shot is going to be enough. Telekinesis, pull back. They don't have the last though. Flame break into the tower. That's a good spot, but he can only imprison himself for a short period of time. Angelai needs to come in and bail him out somewhere. Throw out some burrow strikes. Catch Soxa inside the sandstorm. And Ice Blast over the top, and he managed to get out. He gets away from the Ice Blast. He'll die eventually, but killing the OD was all important there. 33 running forward, spotting Firefly, but can't quite keep close to him as he's going to get burrow struck up. Maybe he can get Tianming. It does manage to get him at least.
That was unbelievable by Soxa.
Yeah.
That turnaround.
Oh, I knew that burrow strike was going to come into favor at some point.
Yeah, that's the best part about playing Rubik against Sand King is that you almost always get just an effective ability.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
An advantage to being able to play Lycan. When you get a kill like that, you get some towers.
Game's still relatively even. Could have been a lot worse for NIP right there.
Yeah.
Sucks it just dies, then the OD just runs away, but he was able to extend his life, get the kill.
Well, it's the way I see this game is that NIP are going to hit a really good mid-game timing, and they're going to have to be a bit scared of the OD's late game. Would you say that's kind of right?
Yeah, they're going to want to take fights. I mean, naturally, because they have, realistically speaking, they've got a dual core, and then it's like Batrider mid that doesn't have that much farm.
Yeah.
It's like more of an off-laner. Plus, I don't think you want to go ultra late with a Lycan.
Yeah.
The Bristleback's not terrible, but they have answers to him with the AA. That's the issue.
And the OD, right?
Yeah.
OD is super good against him.
They have counters for them late, like when it comes ultra late. So you want to hit this timing where you want to take advantage of the fact that Sylar's not level 20, so that the Necrobook's very effective against him.
Oh, they tried to go for a smoke gang, cut into the enemy jungle and see if they can catch somebody. Then Sylar would have been perfect, but Sylar's been playing a little cautious here. Seems like they may have some idea, but the execution may be too much for him. It's going to be the first life of Reincarnation. They actually might catch Firefly. Yeah, 33 just did so much damage there. Second life of the Wraith King. Already caught up inside the telekinesis, thrown back into the Wraithfire Blast as well. And ASD can imprison him at some point, but he's not going to try. He actually just says, Sylar, I can't get close. I can't save you. And it's probably right, too, because if they commit too much to that fight, then Ace pops to the shapeshift and might be able to run down the OD as well.
Right, here's in no man's land. And now you've got to run away.
Under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
In July can do a lot to stall this tower push. Sand King's really notorious for doing that with the Sandstorm, but then he also has Crimson Guard, which is really good at slowing Lycan pushes. So they don't lose their tier 2 here in that small window. But also their Radiance was slowed down. And 20-minute bounties almost all being secured by the Ninjas of Pyjamas team. Only Tianming picking up one of them.
Yeah, and Sox is just not quite in range for this. The DD going to get picked up by Fada, who's going to go for the BK and B next. Smart item choice considering the amount of stuns that they do have. Sylar taking a lot of damage here. He doesn't have his ulti. He's got to be careful. And he thought about killing the Necrobooks, but
yeah,
did not want to really trade out for that.
At least he got a Helmet Dominator creep.
He's got a lot of those.
He got a Radius.
How many's he got?
Oh, yeah. Tianming is dead. Almost had the Spirit Vessel too, just needs the Vitality Booster. He really needs that against the Bristleback and the Lycan. Help deal with the regen factor there. There's finally the Radiance pick up, but a Solar Crest completed for the Bristleback all in one go. Didn't have the medallion for so long. Grabs the full items. That's going to make some of these heroes super squishy in a single target. Lycan can focus them down. Even the attack speed's good for COD. The Lasso Imprisonment managed to grab in July. They have the Ice Blast coming in, trying to chase down the Sand King, but he couldn't actually get a good Burrow Strike after the Lasso faded away. Now Sylar has committed himself pretty far forward, but they're trying to play back behind this tier 2 right now.
They're not going to overcommit into the Radiance.
Yeah.
But you see their issues with just stopping or stemming the tide that is NIP right now. And they just need to continue to extend this game. That's really the only options that they have.
Go back in again, apparently. That's the call from 33 anyway.
And this TP out right in front of the base.
The OD shows himself so they know they can commit to this tier 2. ASD's going for max mobility here. Hurricane Pike and now Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So he's not like getting close to any of those big late game items. He's just trying to make himself as effective as possible for this mid game window that NIP's going to be so hard. 11 to 16, 4,000 net worth for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They could use some better initiation. Maybe that's why OD is getting the Blink in July. Also trying to get a Blink Dagger right now. Going to be spotted by Fada, who did not have a lasso. So, I think he thought he had a lasso. I legitimately think that's what that moment was.
He was like, I'm like 2 seconds away. That's close enough. Blinked in, went for it.
Yeah. I mean, you're not going to blink right-click somebody, right?
That's true.
That can't be the...
Dude, he asserted dominance, though, let me tell you.
Yeah, that's true.
The other...
it's the flinching game we used to play in high school.
Flinchio Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. I thought Nip would be up more in net worth, honestly.
I think it's because they haven't taken Roche, and you probably expected them to take Roche. Plus, there's a Midas Radiance on this Wraith King.
Yeah.
Like that, trust me, that really helps his farm out.
Yeah, that's true.
This OD's not that far behind either. He benefited from a bunch of kills.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that 3,000 net worth is pretty much just the tower advantage at this point for Nip. They've got a two tower advantage over Sirius.
Sylar really needs his 18, and more importantly, he really needs his level 20. Like he's still... The downside of Wraith King is that there's always something else to go for, especially when people have mana burn. He did take the Skelly attack damage, by the way.
Hell yeah.
I really like that, because you need all the ways to pressure NIP's lanes. Mm-hmm. Plus, it just helps you farm really quickly.
Yeah.
The two main cores are not far behind the Lycan.
These skeletons hit for 72 damage each.
They're going to push out the lane really fast.
Yeah. And if they ever get a chance, if they ever win a team fight, they take towers super fast. A smoke up, push through the triangle. They know somebody's going to be here farming, and they're going to blink forward, trying to catch Angel Light. But he Sandstorms first. Managed to let him strike. See if they can kill Fada. They managed to get the ice blast on him. He's getting away from the Sandy. The Klutz cuts him down. Peter Pan Dam has had his burrow time pop. That's why ASD moves through Saxa instead, ignoring the Bristleback, just imprisoning him right now, and going for the back line as best as possible. And Peter Pan Dam 33, still dealing out some damage, but Sylar has an extra life. That's ASD is in trouble. Nice imprisonment. Diving the burrow strike that's stolen by Saxa. Saxa is now caught him by the Cold Feet Sprout combination with the Sandstorm right on top of him. He managed to get the reverse strike after the center coming out on the top of 33 on the left hand side, though they grabbed the OD. That's a very important kill. Another imprisonment, buying him some time. Can he actually blink away? He doesn't have blink, but he does have Hurricane Bike. Buys him a few more seconds. Moving towards his team. His team is so far away, though. They're chasing this Bristleback for so long, and they can't quite kill him. The Solar Crest and the Pipe is doing so much. Finally, the OD dies, while 33 did not.
They really should have, I think, just surrounded around their OD.
Oh,
especially
yeah.
once Ace's ult went down. That was probably the much better move, and ASD bought his team so much time as a result.
Yeah.
Like, that was 3 heroes constantly going in and out. The gold lead does go the way of Sirius, though, as Fana used the buyback for that.
Mm-hmm. It just could have been even better for Sirius, right?
That's an okay fight, though.
That's like some Dodo 101 stuff. It's like, should we all focus on the Bristleback?
No. We don't have Silver Edge, guys. That's not a thing.
Meanwhile, on Nip's side, should we all focus on putting pressure on the OD, not letting him just sit there and right-click? Absolutely.
Oh.
There's some team targeting issues, but Sirius still came out on top, in part, good positioning, good read of the game, right? Playing around that area. Really fast reactions from Angel Eye, stopping the initiation of Fada.
Oh, Firefly's now dead.
That's Firefly. Angel Eye's not even going to bother thinking about burrow striking for his
As
bro.
soon as Firefly saw that ward up there, he's like, I am dead.
Yeah.
I realize my folly.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Sylar's about to hit his level 18, which is pretty pivotal. Thought about showing up in the lane for a second, but... Now the Roshan attempt from NIP is they don't have the AA Ice Blast.
Yeah, and there's so much minus armor and physical damage that Roshan dies
Roshan has
so quickly. They
away.
get it to 33? Well, Lycan's bad, I guess.
Lycan's bad. Bat Rider's
bad.
Yeah, I guess Bristleback by default.
I guess every Roshan fight, like Team Sirius really do not need to care about that Aegis that much.
Yeah.
They only have bad cores for it.
Realistically speaking, if you kill the Bristleback like last, you'll kill him twice anyways.
Yep.
And you're not going to ever focus him first. Well, saying that's what Sirius did last time, so who knows. Oh, poor Firefly. Just leave him alone.
Dude, he gets 3 shot by Bristleback. Yo, I'm telling you, Bristleback does carry games late game, man. Warpath stacks are insane. Problem is, he's just hard countered by OD.
And AA.
And AA.
But they are getting aggressive everywhere right now, and Firefly does buy back so that he can die once again.
Look at those skeleton boys go.
Dire's
They took a
bottom
tier
tower
1 bottom
is
lane, pushing in nice and fast.
There's a lot of underrated damage on the BA vortexes, plus like the
Radiant's
radiance
top tower is under attack.
Oh,
and the veil.
Radiant's
yeah, yeah.
They have a lot of different ways.
That's true. Never thought about that. The extended initiation. They're going to go for 8 here. See if they can burst down with the first strike as well as the ice blast, and it looks like they will. He's dead. Now 33, who as he ages, so they may not want to overcommit, especially against all this crystal damage. They're going to try and keep him close. Close enough that they can keep on poking on him. Sylar, his first life, he's going to die here and won't actually be able to get anybody with the slow. In July, had already used his blink, so didn't feel comfortable pursuing, and it looks like Sirius back up, and I kind of feel like they should.
Oh, Firefly.
But Firefly, death is in his name. He spots the Bat Rider flying up in the air, and he's like, well, that's it, boys, for me.
Dude, Firefly. Come on, man.
It's the harbinger of death for him at this point. Every single time we say his name or say Bat Rider's skill, it's only doom.
Radiant's top tower.
Well, at least
is under attack.
his other support in Tianming is just... He's getting some farm. I mean, there's plenty of space on the map for him to do this.
Nice
so.
BKB pickup too by the OD. Once he gets like Shiva's as well, he's going to be really hard to take down.
Yeah.
Curious enough, if you click the Bristles item build, he's going for the Aghanims.
Yeah, yeah. He's going to get the level 25 talent, the plus 30 Warpath damage per steal.
Yeah.
And then the Aghanims allowing you to just spam Viscous Nasal Goo so quickly. Because you don't have to target people.
Oh.
That he just keeps the max stacks on.
He's really far forward right now.
Yeah, he's really gunning for Soxa right now. Will be able to get him with the Sandy's Eclipse. Boy, he just made a hard read that he was too powerful. And maybe he's right. He gets a kill on the support, forces a lot of reaction, but they trade 1 for 1.
And that was the BKB usage too.
BKB usage and Sanity's Eclipse.
And the Nature's Prophet is actually worth more than the Rubik. A very odd decision, as they actually lose gold on that.
Just wait for Sylar. Wait for... You have a Blink SK and a Blink Great King.
Oh, totally agree.
Just wait for those guys. Well, they lose all control of bounty runes once again. JJ, heat it up, my man. Let me know what the bounty rune difference is. Hopefully he's listening and not playing PoE.
89% CD efficiency.
Damn. That boy's paying attention to Grant streams. From China.
They want ace again. The ice blast over the top.
He will initiate with the first strike, Great Fire Blast. The chain stun that's nice and easy. Great Fire Blast turned around on the Wraith King and Firefly. Okay, TP's out. Well, now he's going to be pushed back in. He will at least cold feet, keeping Fada in one place. ASD is here to be able to save the day, but 33, he just tears apart the Sand King. Now 33, instead of being able to kill the Sand King, goes for the back line of the Ancient Apparition and chasing ASD. Stay on top of this guy. He's got so much minus armor on right on every single shot, chunking down this OD. Pops his BKB, needs 1 second for his Blink Dagger. He gets away. Tianming, though, not going to be as lucky as he gets telekinesis to death.
That was the buyback, though, committed by Ace.
Yeah.
Thought it was going to be a much larger engagement as In July realizes the team fight has been lost. He needs to split the map as much as he can.
And they, I mean, they did a really nice job on Sirius, just immediately cutting waves and split pushing out. So, yes. Nip couldn't even take, like, a tower, putting any pressure on the map after that. Sylar, fearlessly going up into that high ground area. Is going to be met by 33, who is close to that Aghanim Scepter. Oh, interesting that Peter actually went for the 8 armor over the Mist Coil. Speaking of Ags, looks like Soxa wants one as well. Who else?
Yeah, Soxa's Ags has a lot of value this game, I think.
Yeah. What about Aces? Thinking face.
Maybe the worst in the game.
Like an Axe?
It's so bad, guys. Don't do it.
You know, it's one of those things everyone talks about. Oh, there's his good initiation. To get him up onto the cliff area, that's going to be fantastic. Look at that. Drags him all the way up there. He's taking damage over time. They do manage to get the force stack down from the OD. That's going to help out, but now they're all grouped up in this Bristleback. He just keeps on laying in the quill stacks over and over again. The cold feet will actually latch, and they manage to get a blink away. Is Angel Eye going to be caught, though? He has Burrow Strike. Does manage to get farther away from the enemy.
They need to
Burrow Strike's going to be stolen, though, by Nip.
Yeah, they need to disengage on the side of Sirius there, and they do so. And because of the buyback from Ace and all that jazz, it's now a 1K lead for Sirius.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that it really feels like NIP have been leading this game forever. And he didn't actually take the reincarnation.
Yeah, dude, you get the skeleton damage. You're getting the 2-time skeleton spawn.
You're hard committed even with the...
Hell yeah.
Even with the Necro books?
That's because he's going to get an Aghanim Scepter upgrade at some point.
I see.
So then you don't need the mana, right?
Oh, genius.
Okay, Tianming just hard initiates with his body. The Ice Blast is going to be there to follow it up. Manage to hit Peter Pan down. There's that AoE Viscous Knee. So good with the 4-man throw strike out from Soxta. That is stalling things so much. The 33 is just building up the damage. He's taking out the supports one by one. And he's already taken out the Ancient Apparition, Furion. Now the Ace is dead as well. And ASD, he's going to play forward. Does manage to catch him right before the damage hit him. He collects the Rubik Death and will be able to get out of what was certain doom if he got hit otherwise.
And that was the buyback. There's no buyback anymore from Ace. Overall gold does go in favor of NIP, but they didn't actually lose the 2 major cores on the side of Sirius.
Yeah.
So they're still playing aggressively as PPD going to get run into here. Silence
gets lassoed, and now they're going to get on top of that OD. Just can't fall under with the Solar Crest. They're going to be able to, well, he doesn't have the BKB of his own, and he only has a Hurricane Pike and a Blink Dagger up in 1 second time. No Blink goes to the high ground, but that's where Peter's been waiting for you. Peter's now going to pop his borrowed time. Another imprisonment up in 1 second. But he gets silenced again. He got silenced right before.
That, the illusion.
Oh, the illusion, so good.
Oh my god, I can't believe you got baited that hard.
They nerfed the Pango illusions, but they didn't nerf the Abaddon Curse of Avernus illusions.
ASD played that fight so well up until that point.
Yeah. He's done really well all game. I'm just impressed at like how well he's played an active OD for most of this game.
Yeah, just that one moment.
Just that one moment.
That decision. Everyone forgets about it, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, as they should. 95% of the game, that ability is hot garbage.
And that 1%, it just paid off and it looked broken.
18 to 28, 35 minutes in. This is not a time where you can afford bad pickoffs because Roshan could be up at any minute. We know it's actually in 50 seconds from now.
That is perfect timing for the OD to be up as well.
Yeah.
No Midas usage.
And there's always this split push. There's always a Nature's Prophet who's able to push out bottom lane. There's this Wraith King who's throwing skeletons down these lanes. Well, Nip, they've got to stay 5-man committed. This is what their lineup sort of has to do at this point.
And this is the best part of having a Wraith King on your team at this point.
Oh, okay. We're going to start off with Siler. 5 more seconds till the OD's back up. This is the perfect opportunity. I can't believe Siler did this far forward.
He's got BKB though.
Can he blink away? Can he BKB? He can't really do anything at first because his telekinesis is up. He's already lost all his HP. Now the BKB and the shapeshift being used here. Team Sirius just getting out as best as possible, but they're going to go for the high ground as they Roshan actually.
I can't believe he didn't BKB.
I can't believe he was there in the first place.
Yes, both those things are... Neither of those things are wrong, Austin.
Whoa! A pick off on a Bat Rider? This is a tough kill. He has BKB, guys. And he actually has a haste rune. You may not have known that one. But fortunately, without lasso, he can't stop anybody from just walking
This is
away.
free Aegis, though.
Free
There's nothing that'll stop this.
Free cheese. And the cheese...
Look at that armor.
If you don't get ice blasted, the cheese will actually be really important. Maybe more important than the Aegis.
They have AC plus stacks of goo.
Yeah.
And Solar Crest as Fada. He's in this... In the corner here, he knows.
Spots out with the Shivas, but a blink away from ASD is fast enough, and Fada thought maybe he played into the trees at first. Not the case.
Didn't have Hurricane Pike, so that could have been a really good situation for Fada.
Yeah.
Now it's a 4K lead with that pickoff on the Sylar and the Roshan. As the network.
Up, down, up, down. Win probability says it's slightly in the favor of Ninja's Pyjamas. They are going to hit some key points here pretty soon. Level 25 on the Bristleback with the Aghanim Scepter he already has. Looks like we're going to go for Aghanim Scepter next on the Bat Rider, with both him and the Lycan closing in on their 25 soon. Even Peter has a Vlad's to try and help out the team. Aghanim Scepter for Saksa is going to be here for this one creep wave.
When you think for the third Roche, like they'd assume they're going to get it right, so why not just somebody save it?
Yeah, somebody shouldn't get it.
But everyone has it queued up.
I mean, Abaddon's is... I don't know if it's terrible or not. But I would have to imagine it's okay.
The miscall spam?
Yeah, you just... When borrow time goes off, if your allies take a certain amount of damage, miscoil automatically goes off. I don't know. Who knows?
Only
Maybe
16 trees have been killed? It's not that bad, is it?
Smoking up. They're going to try and go straight for the Lycan, but they missed it. BKB was activated, and now you can see the Lycan just wants to be able to go for the support, but there's going to be the TP away. Meanwhile, the OD is being controlled up. They have the Bristleback in his space, but he does manage to drop the sand. He's clipped on his side until he's blasted up. Couldn't finish off this support just in time. The BKB is going to wear it off soon. He imprisons himself. The Ice Blast is going to come in, actually hit 33, but he don't really want to go for him, especially since he has the Aegis Guard blank away from ASD, playing these fights really nicely. They have the AoE goo on all of these heroes, slowing them down. The Cold Feet procs on to 33. They're trying to ignore him as best as possible. They have the imprisonment that'll hold him in place a little bit longer. The Bat Rider, though, is skipping the Seeking Napalm on ASD, causing issues. They have to kill him as quick as possible, but he managed to fly himself away. The Reincarnation, the first line of the Wraith King, and that's also the first and last line for the OD, who does not have buyback. Fortunately, Siler, he can TP away. They can do that to get with the Wrath of Nature. A kill on Devada. I thought he was good, but he does not have buyback. They trade away the Ancient Apparition for that one.
And that, the Aghanim Scepter from 33 is straight up looking broken. It's so hard to ignore him in these team fights.
Regeneration.
And the OD consistently has to use that Astral defensively by using it on 33.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have it for himself. NIP just get on top of him.
And he's swinging for 500 damage a hit minimum.
Such a menace right now.
Because you're going to have those max stacks.
Now it's just going up and up.
As long as he's got the mana to support it. I thought maybe he'd get
he's hitting for about
or something.
800.
Closing in on 10 stacks right now.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Managed to take a tier 3. That's good enough for them. Probably because, as you said, there is probably going to be a third Roshan that comes into play here. So if they can just focus on taking the shrines, give them the big advantage for controlling the map.
Jesus, Bristol.
The seeds of
He's going to get a Moon Shard instead of...
It looks so annoying for the Wraith King and the OD to play around.
Or sorry, no, he had a Moon Shard queued up in his quick buy and decided Lotus Orb was the play instead to try and deal with the OD who's just imprisoning him.
He doesn't need more damage.
Yeah. Oh, Silver Edge for Tianming. That is one thing that they're missing against this Bristleback.
They need it so bad.
And so they're going to try and get it through him. I guess in previous times, sometimes you would see ODs get Shadow Blades and into, Silver Edge in these situations, but he had to go for the Hurricane Pike Blink Dagger for the max mobility. Now he's working on a Scythe after his BKB Shivas. Level 25 is closing in for him. That makes high ground defense even harder in some ways. Just because you get the Arcane Orbs that just feel like they never go away. They're always stacking up. When the steal duration is 200 seconds, how do you say, don't fight, guys. Just wait 200 seconds for it to wear out.
Gem picked up by Fada. They already had such a big vision advantage from the Necro books, but they're trying to close out a game right now. The gold lead only 1k though.
Is under attack.
Siler now has his own AoE disable, much like 33. He's got the level 25 reincarnation.
He gets hit so hard though, Cap.
Yeah.
Like, I saw in that engagement the one shot.
Well done. Tianming gets the courier.
Nothing on it, but still just gold at this point.
Yeah.
Bit of a hurry.
How are they keeping up in gold?
They just keep on doing it, right? They've been losing fights. but the net worth is always, it's never been more than 4,000 in the favor of Ninjas of Pyjamas.
That's pretty absurd to think about.
Especially since they're right now, like, they were almost like 18,000 experience ahead. Now it's a little bit more like 15,000.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Smoke up from Ninjas of Pyjamas. Siler's going to break it as he blinks into the low ground. They're immediately going to try and initiate onto him. The Ray Fire Blast going out with the BKB. This is so much. There's so much minus armor, so much physical damage coming out from 33, but he's going to be gone out here. They're going to try and break him down. It looks like they almost got it with his end. He's clipped when he got up the BKB, and now he's turning. He's going for it in July. Focusing on ASD. ASD's BKB is now worn out and prison himself. Can he actually do it? He needs to be able to save himself. Instead of going for Zaxa, he tries it here. Can he blink away? Can he go to the high ground? Can he go anywhere? Gets up to the high ground for once. No Hurricane Pike, but no pursuit either from Ninjas of Pyjamas. With the buyback coming out from Wraith King, they play it very disciplined here.
And that was the buyback from PPD, but easily worth it for them.
Yeah. A 5 buyback for a 2 position buyback in Siler. Well worth it for Ninjas of Pyjamas and setting themselves up for potentially game-ending Roshan fight.
Yeah, that could have been even worse for them if ASD doesn't get that blink off there.
Yeah.
And the fights just look honestly impossible for them.
Oh, would it look terrible, by the way, because ASD has just been buying all the items for his scythe, so he has no buyback goal.
The rough part for him right now is it doesn't feel like he's putting out enough damage.
Yeah.
Like, once his BKB ends, no one's afraid of him. And he doesn't have the attack speed to, like, do it within 5 seconds. There's just too much that he has to deal with at this point.
It feels like normally it's like, Heaven's Halberd for the Wraith King. They're recognizing that this Bristleback is a real threat. He's a real menace. And they made on ASD. This is a beautiful pickup. They can actually get it. Where's the lasso? Bada chasing him down. Finally does go for the lasso now. Pulling him back. There's going to be a beautiful ice blast over all of these heroes. But with the OD dead and no buyback again, did not save the gold for that one. And Siler is now just being left behind here. The Wraith Fire blasts go out. Looks like they're going to re-engage, trying to go for 33. I'm not sure if you want to fight this one without the OD right now.
This is the last man you can kill.
They do have the shapeshift wearing out on the Lycan, so they're not going to go for more. They'll probably just wait until Roshan spawns.
Yeah, I have to assume that they assume that there's an OD buyback.
Yeah,
so they're being a little bit tentative, but they
if you can force it out.
Yeah, they want to poke to try to force it out.
And at some point, you're going to realize you've poked enough that
they're waiting for the Wraith King reincarnate right now.
I'll have that. 3 seconds time. He's traded out his Heaven's Halberd for the blink deck. The Radiant Blast in the back line, but they don't throw the ice blast up those two. They throw the Bristleback instead. It was so low, but it does not actually die. They managed to burst him down for once.
Dire's bottom tower.
That was so well done. Sirius, they had to take that risk.
And now, trying to get him with the Sprout, quickly burned down by the Firefly, trying to catch Zaxa as best they can. Another burrow strike out from in July. Keeps on nailing a Firefly being run out by the shapeshift of Ace. Thankfully, he does have the Ghost Scepter. Bumps into the high ground, though. It's going to be caught inside the flames. Ace has to get out, though. His BKB is wearing low, and is his shapeshift. And his supports are already dead. He's got to get away from this Sand King, who wants to be able to find a move with the next round of Burrow Strike. You had Tian Ming, who actually teleported forward, but chose the wrong direction. So Ace,
he is so gone.
looks like he is out of here. He's safe.
How long for Roshan?
Roshan is going to be up in 1 minute and 10 seconds here.
Yeah, so the best thing they can do right now is try to go high ground and force more buybacks on the side of NIP and get the gold lead back. Mm-hmm. So the Rubik is going to expend it out. They have to... I'd imagine they know that... or they're assuming that like an Ambrose will have it, but...
Oh, the Shiva's pulling back. They're going to make the initiation onto the Nature's Prophet, get some Firefly damage on a Siler as well. He's just been kind of stuck here for so long. Finally turning around. Does manage to get the Ray Fire Blast onto the Ace. Ace is bursted down! That was... What was that? That was a Wrath of Nature hit?
Yeah, plus the AA Ice Blast.
Yeah.
And
he
now
went
the
from like
power's
half
down.
health to gone.
They're going to get racks out of this, Cap.
They're going to get racks out of this. They can't, like, they do have Shapeshift on the Lycan, but there was no buyback on the Bristleback because of gold. Much like the OD situation earlier. And Sirius, they just went for it.
Yeah, Sirius knew because if you didn't buy back on Bristle there, you just know he doesn't have it.
Yeah, all right. Down they tried to pick up some bounty runes. He does have Silver Edge, but they do
bought that for this.
They have a sentry, so he is dead now for 2 minutes.
That's pretty big. I think that might actually just be a Roshan
Oh,
for...
but look at this cool little play from Sirius.
This is a trap. They know there's no ward vision here for NIP, so they're baiting it right now. And Sylar, he's connecting to the rest of the team. This is such a risky maneuver. This is one of those like big play moments.
They're going to come out. 33 is taking a bit. He's already been inside the fight. Everything being thrown at the tanky Bristleback. Not so tanky with that percentage-based damage and the OD. Winding up all that intelligence. Has 28 stolen right now. They will be able to get the Raid Fire Blast. But here comes the buyback this time. And he does have the gold. They committed heavily in for this one. The Bristleback has to run his way out, though. Line is going to be left inside. He's got 3 seconds for the Burrow Strike up. Has 10 stacks as well. The imprisonment's going to buy him some time to get a blink away potentially. But nice timing on the flame break. We'll be able to at least get Burrow Strike out. But it looks like the distance is going to be too hard to manage. He's just so slowed down. Sylar really did come in for this one. But he's got to be careful. This wristback has already shown he's taking it. Is he going for his His clip's blowing up pretty bad. And he's gone. But that is a lot of resources being blown by Sirius. The TP in from in July. What? OD just TP'd out. Now Sylar's going in as well, but they don't have the OD. Are you serious right now? They can't be doing this one. In July, it's going to be stuck up here, trying to turn around. Burrow Strike 1 second time. Gets a little bit distance away, but H just keeps on chasing. They're focused on the second life of Sylar, rather. In July will be able to get out. Why did In July and Sylar go back in?
Clean escape.
Everything was good. ASD was leaving. He said, I'm out.
Under attack.
The fight was over. They got everyone out clean. That was the best possible situation. They didn't have AA Ice Blast. He made the hard call. He's like, I'm going back, guys. I don't know about you. I need to farm my buyback. We need to reset this game a little bit. Now there's no buyback on Sylar for 2 minutes. You sort of just reset the game for yourself, because if you back there, everyone gets out. That's a free Roshan.
Yeah.
That's 38 seconds on PPD, 25 seconds on the Rubik. You'll take it really quickly with Wraith King plus Nature's Prophet and the OD. And instead, now they're going to give up this Aegis.
All right, I got to ask you about this one. Ace did not go Abyssal Blade, or he has it queued up, but it looks like Scythe.
I'm okay with the Scythe decision. It's so that the OD doesn't just one-shot him with the Eclipse.
Okay. I guess I'm down with it.
Plus, it's like a ranged Abyssal, right?
Yeah. I just figured Abyssal would be better.
They don't really lack for damage or anything like that. As now the Roshan attempt number 3. What is on the Aegis? Is it the Refresher?
It is the Refresher.
Okay. So that one isn't as OP, I think, for NIP's lineup. I actually think the Aghanims benefits them a lot more. But, I mean, this really should have been Sirius's.
I mean, does it? Because everybody has an Aghanim Scepter.
That is true, too. If it weren't for the fact that everyone bought one for themselves.
Yeah, it would be a lot more OP. The 3 best heroes for Aghanim Scepter bought it themselves.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Spada is the most recent pickup.
I can't believe Ingela did that, though.
Yeah. And then Sylar followed his...
Sylar was in a position where he's like, well, sure.
You went in, I guess I'm going in.
It's like, you've got no buyback, I've got no buyback. Let's just
let's go.
Do or die together.
So I thought about it, and I like... You said it's basically ranged Abyssal, right? Mm-hmm. And I like that concept because if he runs at ASD, ASD has a chance to be able to imprison himself.
Yeah.
Or, like, he has to BKB run at him, or he get scythed himself before he get Abyssal Blade.
The thing about it is, like, everyone's got a 5-second BKB now.
Yeah.
So the item effectiveness just, shoots through the roof. Plus, it's nice against the Sanity's Eclipse.
Yeah.
You don't have to have...
51-minute game.
Like, Ace will have to have BKB up to use his Abyssal, right? Like, to actually get into melee range and run in. Whereas, like, Hex.
I wonder how the Aghanim Scepter on Abaddon works with the AoE Miscoil. I mean, I'm sure they're just all AoE.
Yeah.
That sounds still bad talent to get. Because 225 Aphotic shield health is definitely baller.
Think of how much AoE.
So if you guys all just stack in a little circle,
that can't go wrong, right?
What could go wrong?
As we're 51 minutes in, 28-38, the closest match that we've had aside from that Alliance series.
Oh, they gave the Refresher shard to Bristleback, by the way.
Did they?
for his double BKB rather than the double shapeshift of Ace?
I think that's how low they prioritize the
Lycan's play in this game?
the refresher. Like they're probably thinking to themselves, and I think rightfully so. No one on their team really abuses it that hard.
I mean, surely it's got to be better than
Yeah, but the bad
for the Lycan. No, but the Lycan with the double shapeshift, they take a fight.
Yeah, I
and it
guess
stalls out.
race. I could see it being the most beneficial race.
Like, you don't want to fight with shapeshift down.
This game is... I'm stressed for both teams right now.
Yeah. Because this, I mean, the StarLadder group's already shown, okay, we found an initiation. On to Soxa, but immediately the response from Fana. They do have the Ice Blast, and they're looking to be able to pull off Soxa as quick as possible. Looks like they will be able to do so. They control of his team for so long. His BKB is now completely worn out, and the rest of the team is running at him. But fortunately, there's Siler to the rescue to be able to create a lot of chaos. Same goes with Injuly. Siler just a quick play of BKB teleporting out. Now let's see if Injuly is able to get away. 4 seconds for a Burrow Strike. It looks like it's not going to make it in time. Burrow strikes up, but it dies before he could do anything. 2 minutes on the clock for him, 90 seconds for the Ancient Apparition as well. This will be Nip with a hero advantage if they want to go for it.
Very surprised that they decided all in and use the Ice Blast onto
A Rubik?
Yeah. As Siler now getting gone on.
But he's going to go for the TP away. He's taking so much damage, but fortunately will not die outside of his base.
Yeah, the evasion from the Radiance just enough to get him out as Ace cutting the wave at this top side. They do want to force buybacks. Realistically, the gold lead doesn't really matter. The buybacks are what are worth it. As Fada deals with this bottom wave, he's going to connect to the rest of his team.
They should
know see a DD rune too.
Ancient Apparition and Sand King don't have buyback because of time.
Oh, that'd be so dope if he would have given it to 33 and he kept the bottle.
Oh, the double damage.
Yeah,
agreed. I mean,
he's going for it now.
So hard right now. They've stacked up a lot of, that's extra 24 Arcane Orb intelligence right now for the OD. Fada has got to get into that back line. It's going to start running forward. Actually goes double. He gets the double last play. Catching Jiangning as well. Refreshes it. Looks for another one. Re-grabs Siler. But it's only the first life, and ASD sees the opportunity to be able to go in. Popping his BKB, laying out damage, but it's not really going too well for him. ASD actually didn't really kill anything at all there. Ice Blast is coming in. That's enough to finish up 33's first life, and maybe Ace as well. The Arcane Orb shot into lands. Will be enough. Catches Peter Pan Dam as well with the Rayfire Blast with 33. This is his second life. ASD actually blinking forward. He really wants to kill that Abaddon. He's committing so heavily for it, but now he's just kind of dead. He imprisons himself, but he doesn't have the blink dagger in time, I don't think. And he will die just like that. He buys back Siler. Uh-oh, he doesn't have reincarnation up. 10 more seconds, a 4-step away, a long-range shot, a flame break hit, but imprisonment will save him. They still have yet to lose their melee barracks, but it looks like Nip should be able to finish up now and head to bottom.
Radiant's middle barracks.
10 more seconds till the Sand King. That initiation is critical for Ninjas and Pyjamas.
They've got the AA Ice Blast, but this time no Sanity's eclipse. Siler running in. He's got buyback. He's got his ulti. Wants to try to defend this.
He's just killing out some of the Necronomicon minions right now.
That's the first life. The AA
Ice Blast, they're going to be able to get the Burrow Strike follow-up. The imprisonment going down onto this Bristleback so they can get the next round of stunts on him, but he pops his BKB almost immediately. Siler has got to be careful with this life on that physical damage from 33.
I think they give this one up.
Give away the second lane of racks. Snip not even going to commit for the ranged barracks because it doesn't matter.
They still have a way to win this game because 33 or ASD bought back, but so did Ace.
Yeah.
So the situation is not like completely out of control, and racks at this point don't mean that much. The NP is very good at dealing with the creeps, but NIP, they're going to go for the smoke. They're hoping that Sirius have split up, and maybe if they can find anybody other than Siler, who's about to have his ulti back up.
Last time they caught Siler in this situation, they pulled him up all the way into that cliff area. They're going to try and grab him again, but there's the imprisonment. So he's going to come back in a slightly awkward spot, but enough that Sirius can defend him.
Yeah, Fada does have the refresher, but they're going to go for the smoke of their own. The creep wave in a good position.
Look, Ace is going to show himself at bottom. Free reign to catch whatever you can at this point.
They saw this, though.
Teleport vision. Oh. They did, inside the base.
They had to know that this is happening, and they're drawing the line up here. NIP, this is all for them to just get out, and they 100% saw it. That was a little bit greedy by Sirius to not deward that really common spot.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
They're going to try and take away the shrine that's near Roshan. Oh, making an initiation again onto the bat, and very surprised by this one. Now they're going to catch him with the telekinesis. Oh no, he activates his BKB. He can't afford to lose that magic immunity too early in a fight.
Sylar, he's trying to
Bouncing
hold the
back
high
the
ground.
Rainfire Blast onto Sylar. And they're a little bit split right now. This is an opportunity for Nip for sure. They're going to reach forward. Nice imprisonment onto Rubik and then go for the other ones. They're going to move upwards. See if they can catch anybody. The rest of most of Sirius have connected together. It's only going to be Tianming who goes for the side. The Vice teleport out of pretty smart value, but it gets bashed up almost immediately. There's going to be a approach strike. Look at that Ice Blast. He's going to be able to land on 3. Can he actually take anybody out though? Another back on the ASC. ASC's to dead. 2 minutes on the clock. Now grabbing in July as well. Sylar, he has to play the damage all by himself, but on secondary last, so controlling up the Raid King. Now it's him. Nobody is nearby. He can't even blink out. Immediately control them. He has a buyback. Sand King had a buyback. They both used theirs. OD, no buyback for 5 minutes. Nature's Profit, not for 400 gold.
They're trying them. They're saying push out this mid wave.
Yep.
But Sirius, I mean, they have to know with 2 heroes dead, the team fights don't get easier. They do have a combo. If they can catch Ace, doesn't have buyback, that would be their best bet, but he's not really showing himself on the map quite yet.
I just say, stealing imprisonment on Saksa.
They're gone forever.
Yeah, they're gone forever with this Arcane Supremacy.
Now the Abyssal Blade completed by the Bristle. Vada's continuing to look for more. He knows that any grab at this point, the game is done.
Yeah, they have to make a clean initiation, starting out with the epicenter, see if they can get the burrow striking whiffs. The Ice Blast whiffs as well, and that's the end of the fight. Sirius can't win this anymore. They're going to have to leave it in July behind. Sylar just hovering around with some Radiance damage, but this is going to be free reign for Nip at this point. They're going to march forward, go for the back line with Sox. That hit the Rainfire Blast on a Firefly, but doesn't commit for that one, just hit the buildings. Just get Megas at least out of this. They've got 35 seconds to be able to take the... Oh, and there's the last. So they thought they were safe and home away inside of the fountain, but Ancient Apparition certainly isn't. They do get the Force Staff to bring Sylar into safety, but Sylar saying, please, target me. Anything but the tier 4s, anything but the buildings, but the Ninjas and Pyjamas refuse. And Sirius will call it here. Ninjas